They're going to both be in the pass pattern. Jenkins, and set inside of him, Marvin Falls, the speed burner. Norwood out of the backfield, motion right, and Tiki back to throw with all sorts of time. End zone over the hands of Marvin Falls. He was in the air and had Zakowski beat, but the pass is overthrown. And so now it'll be 4th down and 6, and Andy Ebro will come in and try a field goal.
Tiki had another wide open receiver. Unfortunately, got caught on his heels and didn't throw that pass real well. Berkley got a little stubborn down here defensively and forced him into a kick situation. Unless do you think they're going to go for it, Jim?
No, Ebro is out there now, and so I would assume that unless they fake it, that he will kick it, and the field goal attempt will be, as they place it down, about 22 yards, 23 yards officially. Ghosh will hold. Ebro has the kick blocked, and so the Berkley Bears come up with it. And see who it was that comes up with the football. We'll wait till he turns around. It looked like number 64, Steve Ty, who came up with the football. We will double check it on the replay and tell you that Lathrup comes up short. Rose it was. And with 5 or 6:19 to go in the first quarter, here's the block.
That was Rob Rose that got through there, number 56, and got his hand on the ball first.
That was a 12-play drive, and so the Chargers show they can move the football. And now we'll see what Pat Fox's team is able to do. 1st down and 10, the ball at the 6-yard line, and they hand it off to Jeff Burks. Burks tries to go to the outside, and he is gang tackled across the way.
Jim, you're looking at an offense that you don't normally see in high school football. This is an old wing T. Now, they do run some single-back offense out of this and occasionally slide a receiver outside, but for the most part, you're looking at a wing T. It's 3 backs in different positions in the backfield, and they'll run all kinds of counters and traps in every direction. It's a great misdirection offense. The defense is going to have to stay home and pay attention. They could get caught real quick.
They are at the 12-yard line. If I said the 6 a while ago, I apologize. It's a 1-yard pickup for Burks on the Sandeha tackle. Try to go up the middle, and the Lathrup Chargers will be a defensive-oriented team. Andy Ebro was there, and Charles Hewley too, bringing down Ken Carson. But we're going to get probably a face mask, and so they'll move it down into territory that will not be in the shadow of their own goal line. Move it all the way up to the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from there.
Darrell Harper doesn't look very happy. He hates to get a team up against the wall like that and then lose control with a penalty. 15 yards can change a game. You got to be careful.
Especially after a rather frustrating end to a 12-play drive. Trevor Miles is the quarterback, and Trevor Miles hands the football off, and up the middle goes Jeff Burks again, and Burks is brought down by Jeff Wasser, number 56. Check it, it was Ashcroft on the carry. Maybe a yard on the pickup. It will be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. They'll send Steve Zakowski out to the left side. And that wing formation is Ryan Cascade on the right-hand side. Chargers anticipates the pass to Zakowski is knocked down. Good defensive work by James Jenkins. And so it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 yards to go off of Trevor Miles' first pass.
It's good coverage in the secondary. Kept the man between him and the ball. He played up together. You can see in the replay right there. It was anybody's ball right there. I'm impressed so far with Berkeley's offensive line. They've done a good job of protecting the quarterback the first couple plays. I think they're going to try and establish early that they can run inside, and if they do that, Lathrup could have their hands full.
Ball at the 29-yard line. Cascade will be in the wing spot on the right side. Ashcroft is the lone setback. Carson is at the other wing. And back goes Miles to throw, and the catch is made by Carson, and down goes Ken Carson, short of the 1st down. The Chargers gave him as much as they were going to give him, and that's about it.
James Jenkins on the stop in there. It's a good tackle. Once again, the secondary was a little soft, but they kept the man in front of them, and you'll see a great tackle right here. That's James Jenkins in there. Good, solid player. Senior, 6 foot, 175.
And so now it's going to be Rick Barber's turn to kick. Ball is at the 34-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Here comes the rush, a very short kick that they will let roll out of bounds about the 39-yard line, a 28-yard punt that time. And so the Chargers, holding them on downs, will take over, first down and 10, and we'll see where they put the ball down at the 37-yard line with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of the first game of the 9th season of high school football on LO11, and we have no score. See what we are able to see on this particular drive by the Chargers, Gary. It'll be interesting to see what they might have learned about the Berkley defense.
Well, I think Tiki Ghosh has got to now come out and establish himself. He had a great 12-play drive that didn't get him any points. He's got to go back down and score this time.
And he's going to try it with Marvin Reynolds, and Marvin falls, I'm sorry, and Marvin goes to the outside, and we'll see it on the replay. We will see it on the replay. Andy Grossman, number 77, he is 315 pounds, and he was able to just clear a hole for Marvin Falls. Watch 77, far right side of your screen.
They told us early on to watch for number 1, Marvin Falls. He can do it all. He was one step away. I think that was Jeff Burks got in there, or Ken Carson, one of the defensive backs. Just tripped him up, or he was gone.
11 yards on that one, and now Marvin will go to the left-hand side. I will not call him Marvin Reynolds again, at least until the Southfield game. Right up the middle goes Willie Norwood. Norwood gets about 3 on the play, and he is brought down there by number 34, and that being Tom Kelly, 5'10", 191-pound junior, and Kelly will come out. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6.
Again, Daryl Harper on the sidelines, doing the hand signals into his quarterback. That's good. He shows a lot of faith in the young man. College scouts like to see that too. They like to see brains at quarterback.
Tiki, you will see 100% difference. A lot of it is because of the fact that people around him are that much better as well. Counterplay handoff this time, and Johnny Hackle gets about a yard, if that much. Good pursuit by Ryan Cascade, number 36, a no gainer that time, and so it'll bring up a third down and 6, 2:40 to go in the first quarter, and we are scoreless.
I'm impressed with the Berkley defensive effort so far. They're holding their own against a team that's quite a bit bigger than they are. Except we're still in the first quarter, Jim.
Be interesting. I don't know if you want to do it on 3rd and 6 to try and isolate either Jenkins or Falls one-on-one on one of the cornerbacks and see what they're able to do. Little swing pass to Marvin Falls, and Marvin Falls does exactly what a long pass would do. Gets out into the open, and Marvin Falls scores.
No flags.
47-yard screen pass as Tiki Ghosh found the man out of the backfield, and that's probably going to be the secret weapon, at least until this game is seen. Gary will look at it again, and there's no substitute for speed.
This is just great to watch. A young man like this, number 1, Marvin Falls, he does it all on his own from right at about the 25-yard line in. Sidesteps one tackler, goes all the way, 47 yards.
Great drive that time, and they didn't have to go to the long pass. The logistically long pass, they just drop it off to Marvin for about 5, and then he takes it the rest of the way. Abro will kick out of the Ghosh hole, and the ball, he could have mailed that one over the uprights. Andy will probably have a little more adrenaline in his leg now when he does this kickoff, but with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Lathrup Chargers lead it by the score of 7-0 in a great drive engineered by Tiki Ghosh.
I think that extra point was good because there's a slight wind coming in out of the north, and that helped it over.
I think that was just me announcing the
Is that what it was?
announcing the touchdown, yeah. So you have to know how good that makes the Lathrup Chargers feel to get on the scoreboard first. And I'll tell you though, the way, as you mentioned, that Pat Fox's defense is playing, the score could be kept down just because these two teams are playing outstanding defense. They have to figure out a way to stop Marvin Falls.
Well, right now it's becoming a one-man show. Number 1. You got to watch out for that, young man.
Number 1-man show. Well, Abro will kick. Back in the deep spots, 20 is Ken Carson, 24 Steve Zukowski, and we are underway, and he gets it to one of the up man. Nope, the up man becomes Zukowski, who falls down. And so he falls at the 26-yard line. A 3-yard return after a short kick, And so now we'll see what Trevor Miles is able to do. And we should point out also that if it sounds like I am repeating myself, there is a Trevor Miles on the left-hand side of the line. There is a Trevor Miles coming over to the sideline for the Lathrup Chargers. They are related. They are related in name only. And in fact, the quarterback's father, Trevor Miles, is the head football coach at Sterling Heights High School, and is here, I believe, watching his son in action. Right up the middle. Ashcroft brought down from behind by Sarmed Senawi, wearing 66 instead of his normal 57 because he's outgrown 57. 4-yard pickup for Ashcroft. This is the scoring drive as the Chargers go 62 yards in 4 plays in all of 1 minute and 52 seconds. We're just about winding down here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Berkley Bears. They are at the 30-yard line. Up the middle. Ashcroft again. Burks this time.
That's Jeff Burks. He's the workhorse for Berkley.
By Charles Hewley.
You're going to see Jeff Burks get the ball a lot. He's a big, strong young man, a senior, 6 foot tall, 205 pounds, and he's got legs, can carry him a long way. He drags a couple of tacklers there. He should get the ball a lot more often. And one thing I'm impressed with so far, Jim, is you don't see Pat Fox and the guys from Berkley panicking over that first score. It's still early. There's a lot of time. They're going to try and regain their composure right here, put a nice drive together, and this game is far from being over.
35 more quarters to play this year. Motion, but they go right up the middle, and that was Ashcroft again, I believe, and was brought down from behind by Senawi. That was a 7-yard pickup. So it'll be 3rd down. And about 3 yards to go, 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, 7-0, the Lathrup Chargers in the lead. 2nd down and 3. Good to have you back with us, and at halftime we'll talk about our entire schedule and some other things too. We're very pleased to have added a feature to our halftime. This could be the last play of the quarter. There is motion, and the handoff is to Ashcroft again, and he gets the 1st down. So now he brought him down, but not until after he got it inside midfield at the 39, the 49-yard line. A 5-yard pickup. The official decides to put the ball down in midfield, and if they start the clock, it will terminate the first quarter, and that is indeed what is going to happen. And so, after 1 from Lathrup, the Southfield Lathrup Chargers have a 7-0 lead.
For more. God, I love this stuff. Mel Gibson.
I'd like to see your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Danny Glover.
Out the window,
Lethal Weapon 2. What are you doing Saturday? Lethal Weapon 2. This month on HBO.
So good, we're smooth. Jim Shaffron and Gary May and Barry Smades back with you at Southfield Lathrup. A 47-yard screen pass from Tiki Ghosh to Marvin Falls, plus the subsequent extra point by Andy Abro, giving the Lathrup Chargers a 7-0 lead. And Berkley now will continue a drive, which is now at the midfield stripe. 1st down and 10 from there. Miles will hand the football off to, no, he fakes it to Ashcroft, and he is scrambling and is in a lot of trouble, and grabbing him from behind was Johnny Hackle, but there was a flag thrown prior to him grabbing the quarterback, and will probably get a hold. Usually scrambling will entice the offensive line to do things they normally wouldn't do in a more, well, a little bit more, what shall we say?
Well,
normal situation.
Jim, one of the things that's happening right now is Trevor Miles, the quarterback for Berkley, at all of 5'8", he's having a little bit of trouble seeing over the tops of some of these guys. And this particular time, they sent 1 receiver out into the left flat, and he was covered by 3 defensive backs for Southfield Lathrup. He had nowhere to go. He's going to have to be a little more careful picking his receivers and his targets.
First quarter offensive yardage, 99 yards for Lathrup and 32 yards for the Berkley Bears. A lot of that 32 has come in this drive since the kickoff after the Lathrup touchdown. First down, 27 yards to go. The ball is at the 33-yard line, we'll call it. Zukowski will go to the left-hand side. We'll get motion Ryan Cascade.